Sorry about that.
No worries. All right, as I was saying, this is our first town hall meeting, our first gathering for our District 227, and I couldn't be more delighted to host you all in this town hall meeting. Now, the town hall is called Samvaad 1.0, where this is an initiative of our district director, where she wants to communicate, or the trio wants to communicate with all the members of our district and hear from them as well. Now, you can bring your ideas, you can bring your feedback, ask any questions that you have, and our trio will be here to help you with it, answer with any questions that you may have. Now, I've been very fortunate to know the trio, and they have been a part of my journey in my Toastmasters. So I'm privileged to host this. And as a privileged host, I will start by asking the questions, and then I will open the floor to everyone here, right? Now, firstly, probably I'll start with our district director herself, District Director Nitasha. District 227 is finally a reality after months of preparation. How does it feel to be sitting here today as the very first district director?
Good evening, District 227. Thank you so much, Sudhindra. Welcome everybody to Samvaad 1.0. Yes, it is a reality. It is, I would say it feels surreal. A few months back or a few weeks back, District 227 existed in our conversations, in our planning meetings, and in our thoughts. But today it has a heartbeat. And I'm incredibly honored to serve as the first district director. But more than that, I feel a real deep sense of responsibilities because the traditions that we start, the culture that we create, and the way we reach out to each other will shape the district for years to come. But let me tell you one thing, more than anything else, I feel really, really hopeful because when I look around, I don't just see clubs and leaders, I see people, my leaders, my co-leaders, who genuinely care about making a difference in someone else's Toastmasters journey. And that, to me, is something that will make us count this year in 2026-27. Back to you, Sudhindra.
Thank you so much, DTM Nitasha. Well, I definitely am looking forward to make it count for every opportunity that is being thrown at me. This was the first one that was given to me, and I said yes. And let me go to our Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Balram Sahu. Distinguished Toastmaster Balram Sahu, if every club in District 227 could improve just one thing, what would you want that one thing to be?
Okay, there are many things actually, but let's keep it to one. When every meeting is engaging, every member feels welcomed, every role that we do in the meeting, let it be essay, a aha counter, timer, anything meaningful, and every individual is encouraged to grow, everything else in the world will just naturally follow. So I mean to say, when you talked about retention, leadership, educational DCP, all this, if you say, that is only one mantra, that the club has to be a vibrant club. A club that is not just built on numbers, they are built on creating an environment where every member feels welcomed, empowered, and naturally feeling like growing. So that way, the retention is not a problem and the quality will become more meaningful. And that's where my mantra this year, Sudhindra, was elevate overall member experience. Don't just clubs be smedley. I want a parameter. How can every member in the club can be smedley? If there is a meter to probably evaluate that, like can we make our 80% club members medley, right? Not only clubs medley. That will be something I look into, that where every member feels elevated. And I think we talked about educational achievement. Even if historically, if you see a club is medley or president distinguished, maybe 8 or 10 members make all the difference. I want to make sure that this year all 3,000 members we have, every one of us go level up in whatever way we are doing to the club. And that will be my one change I would like to see this year. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you. Looking forward to that, Program Quality Director. Elevating member experiences. That is our PQD's hashtag for this year. Thank you so much, PQD. Uh, Before I go on to the next question, I would also ask every member to think of one question that you want to ask your leadership. They are all here today. They want to answer your questions. They want to take your feedback. They want to take your ideas. Think of that one thing that you have been wanting to ask. It can be any basic question, or it can be whatever you feel like. So just that, make sure that it is about District 227 and Toastmasters. Now, let's move ahead and ask our Club Growth Director the next question. Our Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Prashant TK. Prashant, you have spent a lot of time thinking about growing District 227 already, I'm sure. Now, what's one opportunity that excites you the most this year?
Absolutely. Thank you, Sudhindra, and excited to be here, everyone. Good Sunday evening to all of you. Well, as Nitasha said, it's been many days of journey, many weeks of journey, and today it's a reality, right? We're already 5 days into this District 227, into this program year. The one really excited part, which I feel is the best of all worlds. Now, District 227 is an amalgamation, as we all know, is coming from 3 different districts, right? A lot of people would say, hey, we are starting from the scratch. Hey, we are going to build our building blocks right now. All of that is right. But I see it's not from a scratch. I feel we all have our elite powerhouse knowledge, and we are already there, and we are now going to build the best of District 227 together. We're going to grow as one, which makes it that we are one unified team, not just one unified district, which is a very Toastmaster terminology, but a one unified team to take the message forward of Toastmasters that, hey, all of us have some level of expertise, experience, and we are good at something. How can we contribute towards this, trying to elevate our experience, our member experience, our club experience? I think that's the major excitement which I'm carrying, that we are not starting from a scratch. We're actually building a block one by one, taking it forward for the long run. And this is just the blueprint as we stand today. Thank you, Sudhindra.
Thank you so much, Distinguished Toastmaster Prashant. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll open up the room for you all to ask any questions that you may have. Please raise your hand. I will come to you. I will choose you in order that I see. And then if you want, you can also put your questions in chat. We will come to that as well. Now, who would like to go ahead first? Anyone? Okay, while you're all thinking, we already had received.
Raise their hand, Sudhindra. Please raise
Sorry?
your virtual hand so that the coordinator can see your name up front. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that Priya T has raised the hand. Priya, please go ahead.
So, hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for this call. So, I have this question with respect to one of the clubs that is there in our area. It is Infosys Club in Hubli, and they struggle with membership. They are not being funded by the company. They don't see value in Toastmasters. So, could you please share one tip which will help me with it?
Over to the CGD.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Priya, the corporate clubs are tricky, right? And we know the situation we are in, that there is a lot of changes which are taking place in the industry. I think the one suggestion which I can tell you from my past experiences in corporate is that try and find that one sponsor, okay, and sponsor not from a financial standpoint, sponsor from somebody who can be an advocate, who can be a cheerleader for Toastmasters, correct? If we don't have, then I think it's time to find somebody. If we have that somebody already identified during the history of this club, then I think it's better to start the conversation from them. Because what happens is once the support system comes in from the organization, things move much faster, right? We are all volunteers, we're all external employees or external members getting into that club to support it. So we can only do at certain extent. And that's why finding that sponsor, and for a lack of a better word, I'm using that, that can absolutely build bridges. There's been so many examples I can talk about, but I think that's the first step forward. And I'm after that, the things will definitely proceed further much smoothly.
That kind of didn't answer a bigger question. We do advocate in terms of value for Toastmasters. There has already been an advocate. The founder member, he has been out loud and open about it, but he's not been able to convert a lot of people into membership. Yeah. So you mean sponsorship in terms of money or in terms of
No, not in sponsorship. Somebody who can be a cheerleader in the organization that, hey, Toastmaster exists, right? Even before they convert the membership from a guest to a member, I think it's important to spread the message, correct? So if this individual has been there from the beginning, then it makes sense to utilize them more and try and understand that what tactics have worked and what tactics have not worked, correct? We may have tried only two different types of solution, correct? The question is that what other type of actions, activities which we need to do, number one. Number two, is that person just going to talk about Toastmasters, or are they creating the value of Toastmasters in those conversations, correct? So I think that ideology of not just having a conversation, but taking it up to leadership level, to team members, talking it in town halls, open houses, that's where people first should get to know that yes, Toastmaster exists. Then comes the conversion part, right? So our job should be to first spread the message. And that's where this individual, whoever it is, sponsor or charter member, becomes so very important to help us out in that scenario.
Okay,
Thank you.
fine.
Thank you so much for that question, Priya. Thank you, Prashant, for answering that. I see the next hand that was raised by Toastmaster Shruti Bhatt.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhindra. I think this is a question for trio. As congratulations to the trio, and it was great hearing to you when you said we have already a platform where we want to build and the medleys for each member. I think we had very good practices, like where we had of this LEAP program. I know DTM Natasha was the person who mantled in LEAP 1.0, and I was happy to be part of LEAP 3.0. And this is something that we will look forward, because it's something we received now, how it would continue, because we have districts like now it has been separate, like how this would be carried out so that this legacy continues and we can spread this more.
Can I take that? Thank you so much, Shruti, and thank you for the good words about LEAP. Absolutely, LEAP has been one of our legacy programs, and we're very proud to say that LEAP, and also known as, well, the legacy districts of District 92 and District 121 have been carrying out the leadership development program, and that is a practice we are proud to say that we are going to continue in District 227. It is an initiative, and very soon we will be rolling out the nominations for LEAP 4.0. So please do encourage your members, your leaders to participate in more numbers in this initiative for District 227.
Thank you, Natasha, for the same. And one more request, because there has been a lot of work which has been put in LEAP 3.0 on this channel of membership. I think DTM Jyotika has already, like, we have a repository of what can be done even before the previous question when it came. I think somewhere where it can be brought to the examples and it can be used at all club levels. Then we feel that something, the project what we have done as pilot, would be spreading the word for others.
Absolutely. One thing I would like to reassure all the members of District 227 is that we are not taking away anything that our legacy districts have given us. We have the privilege of building it upward and beyond, like our club growth director Prashant mentioned. So we are definitely going to be building on those blocks that have been laid by distinguished Toastmaster Jyotika, distinguished Toastmaster Beena Vas, and the other LEAP chairs who have walked on this role before us. So it is definitely something we will take forward in terms of the learnings, in terms of the experiences, in terms of the people and the resources that have been put together, not just from LEAP, but also from the leadership development program that District 92 has been running for the last so many years.
Yeah.
So that's a reassurance to everyone that it's only going to be upward and beyond from here.
Definitely that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shruti and Toastmaster DTM Nitasha, for that. I see Toastmaster Varun from HP raising the hand.
Thank you so much, Sudhindra. Hi, everyone. So my question is, as members, we are really excited of the journey ahead in this new district. So could you share some of the new initiatives or experiences that we can look forward in this year that will enrich our growth and engagement?
Well, of course, there is a lot coming up. We have to wait for the COTP, the Club Officer Training Program, which is being scheduled, because that's when we will officially be announcing the initiatives from the district leadership office. But I would then, of course, start and then hand over to the PQD and CGT to give you a small glimpse into it without revealing the whole,
Okay.
a little teaser into it right now. But yes, like I did mention, of course, Samvaad is the first initiative of its kind that we are, and this is a program that will run through the year. Every quarter, the members will have an opportunity to reach out and connect with the trio and of course the top leadership on whatever, whether you have a question, whether you have a concern, you have an idea. This is an opportunity to create an open dialogue with the district leadership. We want to create that platform of open communication. So Samvad is one. We will be continuing with LEAP. I don't know whether I should announce it, but maybe I should. This year we are proud to announce that we will be having a mid-year conference, which is again going to be an opportunity for the entire district to come together in the first term, followed by an annual conference in the second term. We also have a new initiative of community building called Gather, where we are looking to encourage members to step out of their own clubs and create opportunities for them to interact and build relationships beyond their club. That is a sneak peek from the district director's office. Over to the PQD for his initiatives.
I think you revealed all the secret out, which was supposed to be a secret, Nitasha. But yeah,
I
Oh my
know,
God.
but
Really sorry for asking that question.
no secrets now.
yeah. So I think adding to what Nitasha said, there are many which will be telling in COTP, but in short, from PQD side, I think we'll be focusing on like how the training quality and our educational experience and contest experience can be improved. For that, we will have several things in this line. Like you already Nitasha announced that we have decided to do multiple contests so that we can streamline the contest experience, and that will give us more experience to meet each other twice in this year. There will be separate trainings that will be launched. So I think COTP is coming up. We will be doing something called TLI from September onwards, and there will be even educom sessions which will be taken by few of the training professionals. So that is basically to make sure that we provide the quality training to our clubs, and this training will not be only push model where the district is telling you, hey, we are organizing this training and you attend it. There is also a new model which is called a pull model training, where the club will tell us what training they want to have and district will make it happen for them. So that is in terms of the training. And of course, in terms of the member building, I think there will be many experience that will create that I will be working along with Prasant. As I said, our district motto is same. It is not differentiate between the different roles. It's always about creating the better member experience so that we can make our district 227 grow upwards. And for that, we'll be doing many things in parallel to that. I'll let Prasant talk maybe few of the initiative from his side.
Absolutely. Thank you, Balram. Thank you, Nitasha. I think from a CGD office, as we all know, the primary focus is going to be on the growth, growth, growth. I'm just using the word trilogy, but if there is an opportunity to put infinity next to the growth, then I would probably say infinity plus one, right? But coming to the club growth director's office, I think two important things, right? One is there is a lot of excellent foundation of the legacy districts of what they do very differently from a club growth practices, right? We are taking that as the baseline and enhancing it to the next level. For example, it could be in an enhanced version of a support to the district on a demo meeting, right? Or ensuring that the club chartering process is well documented, well supported, which can fast track the support for the district officers and for the club members, right? So those are a few things, right? The second area which the CGD office is going to heavily focus this year is on the expansion of awareness of Toastmasters to the non-Toastmasters community, correct? We are already working out a draft outline of digital marketing campaigns, which we will be leveraging either our partners or vendors, which can amplify beyond our community, right? And third is, as just was Balram said, and that's a joint partnership between the CGD office and the PQD office, is skill development, correct? Now, there will be a lot of skill development which we will do, but these skill developments are going to be very targeted from a club growth. For example, if a club needs to know, hey, I want to conduct open house, but I don't know how to conduct open house, right? I'm sure 50% of the crowd will say, I want to do it, but I don't know how to do it, right? Though that's exactly what we will provide the skill sets and the resources and the documentation, not just the documentation, but also the training that how do you conduct an open house so that the success factors out there gets beneficial. And I think the last part is leveraging technology, right? So this year we are very, very, I think both CGD office and PQD office are super excited to say that we're going to be leveraging a lot of technology and automation to make our lives easier. But I think that's in a nutshell is what we'll be focusing on from a growth standpoint.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's a lot.
Let me add to this that one of the agenda of both the PQD and CGD offices is to empower me with technology.
Secret is secret also, okay?
Right. Thank you so much, Varun. I'll take a question from the chat. Nikhil, I'll come back to you in a moment. Yeah, I'll come back to the district officers in some time. Before that, let me take the questions in the chat from the members. Pandi, if you can help me with the questions in the chat.
There is a question.
I can help. Yeah, there is one question from Srilata. Srilata, on video, if you want directly, you can ask Srilata from your own voice instead of me.
Yeah,
Or else I can
sure.
go with the question. I can tell.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for this opportunity. And I am with this Division A. The one question that was there in my mind, since we are formed newly as District 227, what is one goal that you all the trios are focusing on in this term?
Okay, so good afternoon, Srilata. We are a newly named, newly realigned district. We are not a new district.
Okay.
We have grown from the legacy districts of District 92, District 121, and District 125. So like I said, we are just building upwards from the legacy that we have been handed. One goal that the trio office or the trio have for this year is growth, and growth not just of the district, growth of the members, growth of the clubs, growth of the leaders. Whether we are talking about empowering our members with the right resources, we just heard our CGD talk about skill development. We're talking about the growth of our clubs, where our PQD talked about providing the resources in terms of training and mentor and those kind of the quality support that the PQD office is giving. We're also looking at the growth of our leaders with initiatives like the LEAP program that will be coming in. So the common tagline for our year this year is grow. Everybody grows. Member, club, leaders, and then the district. Thank you, Srilata.
Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you so much, Srilata and DTM Natasha. Do we have more questions in the
Yes.
chat?
Yeah, one interesting question is from Surya. I don't know whether Surya is not on video, but I can when the time I'm just take his question. Surya's question: how do we know which areas or location included in District 227? That is one question. On follow-up, and if we want to start a new club in any area, how do we go about it? Prasan must be happy on that. And if we want to start a new club, if in any area, how do we go about it? I hope
Absolutely.
you are
Yeah. Thank you. Pandi, sorry, I just missed the question. Who asked this question? The name of the member?
Toastmaster Surya. I don't
Okay,
know which
great. Okay.
yeah.
That's okay. Okay. Toastmaster Surya, and to everyone, I think this is a wonderful question. So two parts of the answer, right? First, if you have visited our District 227 page, and just show of hand if you have visited the District 227 page, right? d227.toastmasters.org. If you go over there, there is already the club repository information which has been added. You will find a section called as Find Your Club. And thanks to our fantastic district administration manager, Pandirajan, that information already exists as of now. It might change, a few changes here and there, that what clubs exists in which division, what is the geography, what is the pin code, all of that info is a public domain information, correct? We suggest you to utilize it any point of time, and from the district standpoint, we'll keep updating that, whatever changes happen. Now, why is that important? The pin codes, the geographical aspects are already listed out there, correct? That's number one. Number two, in the page, the website itself, if you scroll down, the entire wonderful geographical map of District 227 is also there, right? Like what parts of Bangalore is ours and what parts of North Karnataka or Goa is ours. Everything is very visually described out there. Third, the question which you asked that, hey, how do I charter? Every conversation, every transaction, every interaction with us, with having somebody else should be an opportunity. I call this as an opportunity because our antenna should be up to realize that if I talk to my friend, my family member, my colleague, is there a potential of a member addition from that standpoint or a club growth opportunity standpoint, right? It's not a hard sell, but it is just understanding there. And if you do find something like that, please pass it on to the CGD office. We'll be having an award called as the Leader Award, where you can go and submit these leads directly, and it'll come to the CGD award for us to validate. And if the club do get charter, you do get recognized and awarded for that. Okay. Thank you very much, Surya, for that question.
Thank you, DTM Prashant. DTM Natasha, you're on mute if you're speaking.
Coincidentally, when we're on the topic of growth, we have the catalyst of growth, our very homegrown past international director, distinguished Toastmaster Pavas Chandra, and I'd like to acknowledge the presence. Thank you so much, Pavas, for joining in. He is truly the catalyst of growth. So if you have any questions on club charter or how, where, when, what to do on, with regard to growth of the district, he is our go-to person, of course, without bypassing our CGD. Thank you, Pavas, for joining.
Thank you so much, DTM Natasha. All right. Any other questions from members? While you think, I had received some.
There is a question from somebody called Manisha Manoharan. If you're in the call, it's a very long question. So.
Yes, Manisha, can you unmute and ask your question? Or I can read out the question. One of the trio member can take it. How can a member map their growth to executive roles beyond the club level, right from the first level of their educational pathway? That's the gist of the question. How can a member map their growth to executive roles beyond the club level, right from the first level of their educational pathway?
Balram?
Yeah, I think once you contribute to your club, you proceed in your education levels. I think you should start working on the extended team. District has opened up nominations. We could see like from club growth director, from administrator manager, from PR manager. Based on your skill, I think you can get started with first on these extended roles where you will be able to work on district initiatives, COTP and other trainings that is coming soon from program coordinator. There you would have a chance to meeting wider people like different club officers from different clubs, district leaders. And I think based on your skills, you can take that forward. And on top of that, I think as the year closes, you will see like we open up nomination, like if you want to take it to the DC team, like area director, which was done in legacy districts in 121, 92, 125, who could come as a area director for district 227, and those people who have applied, like they're going through some process like to come. So as I'm saying, the roles are not limited. It's probably only the unawareness, like what is there for you, it is not known. I think COTP will be the right forum. Like we come towards there, come to the COTP, meet people and understand what are the initiative, what are the channels, and what are the people you probably can meet and talk. Probably that will be a good starting point, Manisha, like if you're looking at that forum wise. And in terms of growth wise, as I'm saying, it is person specific. Some people only want to be a champion in contest, so their growth is only about towards that. Some people would like to come into the hierarchy, like the way of leadership. So as I'm saying, it is very much person dependent. But yes, if we can come there and talk about what that person or member wants, maybe we'll be able to guide that. And we'll be having many initiatives this year to come close to the people, club and members, so that we can know each other better and help each other better in their journey. Nitasha, maybe you can add to that. Yeah.
Sure. Uh, Manisha, I also see that there is a second part besides what our program quality director has mentioned. Of course, the club officer training program, while it is a training for the nominated, the elected club officers, every member of the district is can register and participate in that training. If you're interested at any point of time to step into the leadership role for your club, this is the best opportunity for you to step in and learn. The second part of your question is, I have observed, I am asking this because I have observed there is barely any visibility on this for a lot of members who have not had a lot of experience in Toastmasters. I believe a lot of information on the hierarchical progression within this organization is being gate kept and only divulged to specific people who may have the right connections. How does one build the right connections, and how can we make this progression more inclusive, transparent, and accessible? Uh, okay, I don't know why this, why you have this feeling of the information being gate kept, but let me clarify here on this platform. Samvaad is one of the first initiatives that we have to provide an opportunity of transparency and open communication with the top leadership. So there is no information which is being kept here. Also, when you talk about the hierarchical progression, there is a document, a very good document from Toastmasters International called the Club Leadership Handbook. I would encourage all members, not just the club elected leaders, but I would encourage all members who are interested in growing in leadership to please reference this document, read it, and understand the hierarchical growth in Toastmasters. Like we all know, Toastmasters is an opportunity for us to grow in the communication ladder or in the leadership ladder, and sometimes even in both. Uh, like I said, of course, Samvaad is an opportunity for us to come across openly to share our initiatives. The COTP is another opportunity where all the initiatives, awards from the district leadership are going to be presented. The eligibility criteria is always very transparently presented. Leap is an opportunity again, which is again not just for anyone who has connections. It is open. All these nominations are posted on the district social media, and some information is also sent out as all member emails. We have in this day and age of social media, we try to keep every information available through either a WhatsApp group or a WhatsApp channel or Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, or of course your area director and your division director. So if at any point of time you would like to participate in any initiative or you have a question, please feel free to reach out first to your club mentor, your club leaders, and then to the area director, division director, and so on. I hope that answers your question. Manisha, if not, please, I believe you're not able to come on a video or you're not able to unmute. Please post your response on the chat group. Thank
She
you.
just did, Natasha. She just posted on the chat window that thanks a lot, appreciate your response.
Okay, back to you, Sudhindra.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that answer, DTM Natasha. Our area director, one of our area directors, Nikhil, is waiting for a long time. I invite Nikhil to ask his question.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Sudhindra. Thank you, everyone. My question is, if we are in touch with an organization, let's say that previously had a club, but that has been inactive for past few years, and we see an interest from there, what should I pursue? Should I pursue reinstatement of the club or should I charter a new club? What is more beneficial both to organization and to the district?
Let me take that, Nikhil. So without getting into technical aspects, so there is a time window in which a past suspended club, right? Let's take an example, a club which was there in a company got closed. We call it a suspended club, right? And there is a time frame. Within the time frame, if this discussion continues and we are able to have the right conversations with the leaders and the interest is there and we get 20 plus members, we can save some amount of cost for the organization so that they don't have to pay the $125 charter fee. Okay, so we need to assess that factor, that how long ago did the club close and other things. So that's one provision which we have, which we can always execute. If that window has already passed away, then we will not have a choice but to reinitiate that entire conversation and go ahead with what we call it as a new club charter. Nonetheless,
I think
both
it's
of
been
them
close
will
to
be
5 years.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it's been close to
Yeah,
5 years.
then it will
Sure.
be it will be a new club. But nonetheless, in either of the circumstances, Nikhil, those clubs coming back into our active club base and members being added will be treated as a new club itself, right? It's just that there is a provision where we can save some money from the charter fee standpoint from the organization. But since this is a 5-year-old club, then we will have to start all the conversation from the step one.
Okay, perfect. Makes sense. Another question I have is, suppose, let's say there's an organization which has to split due to some of reason, M&A and all, and they have one club, but now one club won't survive and they need to have two club. So moving members from one club to another club, can it still be a new club chartered, or you need to have a new members, like a new 20 members to charter a new club?
I didn't understand the question. I mean, I
So
understand the
let's
first half.
say
The second
there is an
half is
organization which has a club, and now organization has to split in two part. One club may not work. They need to have two separate club, and one club has, let's say, 40
two
members.
clubs. Okay.
Can we move 20 members from this club to and form a new club? Will that be called a new club chartered, or
Yes.
okay? You
Yeah,
need not
yeah,
to
yeah,
have
yeah.
20 new.
The 40 can be split into 20, though we ideally don't encourage straight away split like that. There are some few factors which we need to consider. But to simply answer, yes, if a company A exists and for whatever legal reasons they split the companies, or even within the same company, if the club is big enough, we want to split it up into two clubs, that's doable. That's where please bring those examples or ideas to the CGD office. We have to evaluate a few things before those steps can be taken. But the simple answer is absolutely they can be done.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is helpful.
Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you, DTM Prashant, for answering that. I have received one question. The question is, this is probably for the program quality director. why should clubs focus on being distinguished? How does that actually help the members?
I think we all like many things doing in life. Let's assume FIFA is going on now. If we are just running on the field without a goal post, there is no measurement. How do you score a goal? Like, how do you distinguish between who is good, how are you playing? So DCP is not, as I said, like even in my fasting, DCP getting DCP points is not the criteria. If we make sure that every members are member plus one, like how they were before, they are member plus plus. Obviously, your club will get those DCPs eventually. It is all about being a better version of yourself. I'm sure when we all started our Toastmaster journey, we would have seen some person in our life, like some DD at that time, some CGD PQD at that time, would have been inspired by that person. So one such person in my life was Arjun Sundar Raj. I met him first when I joined Toastmaster in COTP. I asked what should be the starting point. Yes, COTP is the starting point. 2021, I attended my first COTP. I met that guy. I thought like I'll be a guy like him. Okay. And after 3 months, I realized I cannot be like him. Right? You can be only yourself. You cannot be like Arjun or you cannot be Nita Saprasan. So what I tried, I can be Balram 2.0, where I'll inherit few qualities from Nitasa, few qualities from Arjun. So DCP is just one such criteria where it says a club should acquire some of the educational point where your members should grow. I was telling, right, like one vision I have is like every member should grow in this club. If they are on level 1, I want all members of your club to go to level 2. If some members are level 2, they go to level 3. And of course, we are giving an award for that. No surprise. If we are asking it, we are also going to give you award for that doing it. Like that is on educational. On membership, like you have 20 members, you cannot have same 20 members whole throughout the year. You would like a new different perspective, right? And that's how the club gets basically grown from this new perspective. And that's why there is a category that you have to do the 8 new members. So that gives you a membership perspective. That is another level of growth. Third level of growth comes when you meet the district leaders. Where are the forums where you meet other district officers? Otherwise, you stay confined to your club. How do you go out? Club officer training program is one such great opportunity where you have to attend it twice. That gives you another COTP. And of course, process, like you have to choose your officers on time, you have to do your payment on time, because we know from childhood discipline is important. You cannot go to school anytime you like and come whenever you like. There is a class time. So similarly, you submit your things on time. So being disciplined, that gives you a point. So if you talk about that, DCP is not as a measurement of one thing. It is actually to improve you on 4 different categories: your growth, your members growth, your quality growth, and your training growth. And that's DCP for me. Not only one DCP means you got for educational, you get a DCP. DCP is just a number. It's more like, think like a football. Like DCP is just like your goal post. How many goals you can score? There is no limit. In a 90 minute, there is no goal defined that when you do 10-0, the game is over. You have 90 minutes to outscore your goal. So do it as many as you can. And that's why probably this time, even Toastmaster realized we cannot settle with President Distinguished. They came with medley. And maybe next year they'll come with medley plus plus. If we outsmart Toastmaster that every club in District 227 is medley, then Toastmaster might be forced to do medley plus plus. That will be my take. And CGD Didi, you can add to that. Yeah. Arjun has raised hand. Maybe not for this for sure. I know I took his name.
I think my internet is dropping off. So Arjun raised the hand, so internet dropping off.
So I'll come to Arjun in a moment. I saw Arvinda raising the hand first. So Toastmaster Arvinda, can you go ahead with your question?
Thank you so much. Firstly, apologies, I'm unable to turn on my video. I'm in a place with very fluctuating internet and power. I have two questions. The first one is on this topic of my current pathway journey. I'm at a point where I have to attempt my high performance leadership project. I have recently transitioned from a different district to uh, uh, 6 months ago. I transitioned from a different district to 121. I'm unable to find guidance on what is our expected level of complexity for high performance leadership projects, what are the advised type of projects that I can take up, and what sort of support I can get for this initiative. The reason I'm asking this specifically is because in my previous district, there was a formal committee constituted, a working group and a training group constituted to guide people through it. I'm wondering, is there a parallel in District 227 as we move forward? My second question is, there's also been a lot of interest in setting up gavel clubs. And while we have discussed what support is available to charter new clubs, do you have anything in mind to help us support to help support the chartering of gavel clubs in our district?
Yeah, I think the first question is related to like how can you do on high performance leadership. I think this project is common across three pathways that I have done. I have seen this project is there. So definitely you can connect with me. I will be able to guide you because I have done it. And if you have your mentor with whom you are working, you can always reach that. From district side, I think we are coming up with mentorship for specific this level 4, level 5 projects. If you feel any guidance is required, or in terms of the contest mentoring if required, I think those two categories we are trying to address. We will be making a small team to do that. Though we cannot do a full mentorship for all 3,000 members if they come up with the request. Well, few certain cases like this kind of project mentorship and contest mentorship probably something I'm thinking of to start. That is something I need to make it come to the board. That is one thing we can definitely do. And on a shorter run, if you want to talk, as I said, I am volunteering to guide you. Yeah, that's my take on that.
Thank you so much. I
Absolutely.
definitely
Sure.
will reach.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Balram. Arvinda, for the second question which you asked on the gavel. See, we don't have a specific initiative as such for gavel, from a district standpoint, because unfortunately, as you know, the gavels are for children up to the age 17. But nonetheless, the CGD office can provide with all the inputs and the resources and the guidance that, if there is a need, if there is a renewed interest, or if there is a possible opportunity to charter a gavel club, we will absolutely be helping out. So we do have some experts within our own community who specializes in gavel clubs. So the CGD office can definitely leverage their skill set. But yeah, if you have ideas or suggestions or inputs, just reach out to us and we'll provide all the inputs.
Thank you. Thank you. I will reach out to both of you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Just to
Toastmaster
clarify,
Arvind.
just one more point about the gavel clubs, that the gavel clubs charter, while we would support you with giving you some guidance, but the charter of a gavel club, you would need to work directly with Toastmasters International.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you. Thank you, Trayo, and thank you, Toastmaster Arvinda. I hope you got the answers. I'll go to our past district director, DTM Arjun. He has raised his hand.
Thank you, Sudhindra, and hello, distinguished Toastmasters Nitasha, Balram, and Prashant. It's super nice to call you three people not as elect anymore, but definitely in official roles in the trio. Fantastic feeling to see you three lead the district. My one simple question is, I'm asking this question because I have once again stepped into club leadership as a club treasurer of my club, Daffodils Toastmasters. Now, in simple terms, what would be your challenge that you would give to the clubs that you're leading as the district trio in the first 2 to 3 months as a first step? I would repeat, what would be a small challenge that you would like to give the clubs that we have in terms of growth, in terms of value, whatever the case may be, in the first 2 to 3 months? I hope I am clear with the question.
Yeah.
Would any of you like to take it? Prashant or
I'll take one part of it since
sure,
I know this question
go
came
ahead.
because I took them. Yeah. So Arjun, my first challenge will be something even I was talking about in the DOTP is LIC. Okay, LIC is nothing but like they say like whatever you give, they will retain that, like how we do bank FD deposits. Now, when we started, every club has certain members, 20, 30, 40, whatever members. My first challenge to all clubs will be, can you retain all your 100% members in September renewal? 100%. I'm not talking about 70, 80, 90. I'm talking about 100% because this is something you got as a gift from District 227 when you came to the board. And can you retain your thing? Like, can you? So that is, they say, yoga khyamang bahamyaham, they say, can you do that? Can you chant that mantra and retain that first 3 months? And then comes, if these members retain, at how they can grow. Like in terms of like, can we do level up? Like I was talking about, can we give something to them? Why do someone say like, okay, we want people to stay 100%, but why will they say if they don't see any personal experience improvement or any growth improvement? Can we make that happen? And for that, whatever the club needs, I think we will provide from the district. This is what we discussed during our planning, that yes, whatever club needs to make sure that this member gets better experience, better club environment, and better growth. We are ready to do that from the district side. But what we want, same thing, the first 3 months challenge for the club, can they retain all the members they have, 3,200 in September renewal? Then we are only going to talk about that addition, the interest part of it, and we are not worried about our principal, what we have today. That will be something I will give the club a challenge during COTP, 100% member retention in the September renewal. Yeah, Nitasha, you can add to that. Yeah.
I would, Prashant, would you like to? I love
Yeah.
what Balram has said, Prashant, and then I'll come back.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Arjun, I think one challenge is going to be split into two halves, right? I think the first challenge, which I would want to encourage, right? This is a challenge which is an encouraging challenge, is how do we each as Toastmasters today in our own community add at least one member in the first 90 days. To Balram's point, retention adds a lot of value. But imagine if each one of us bring 2,800, 3,000 members, at least with one, we are already done from a new member addition for the whole year, right? That's the first challenge. The second challenge, which I think we do really wonderful in our guest onboarding, when the guest comes, we welcome them, everything great. But the member experience changes when they become from a guest to a member. So whatever promises we have given them during a member experience standpoint, we as a club need to hold them to the truth in the first 90 days. That's what adds value to our members. If we had promised them the sun and the moon, like in the movies they do, then I think we need to give them the sun and the moon. Otherwise, it becomes more of, hey, I wanted you to become a member. That's why I had all those conversations, right? Whether it is membership, whether it is speech slots, whether it is training sessions, whatever. If Prashant as a guest came in and if somebody spoke to me as a guest and converted me to a member, then the question comes up is, what did we do after Prashant became a member? I think that's the second part of the challenge. The first is bring the guest. Second is once the guest gets converted, what can we do in the first 90 days to make it effective for the value addition out there? Thanks, Natasha, over to you.
Thank you. Both the PQD and CGD have really echoed what I would like to say. But my challenge to every club is simple. Make the first 2 months count. Before you think about contests, before you think about awards, before you think about milestones, ask yourself honestly, what kind of a club do you want to become this year? And then put that into action. There are a lot of tools given to us by Toastmasters International called the Club Success Plan, the Moments of Truth. Complete the Moments of Truth honestly. Involve your members in setting goals. Connect with your area director. But most importantly, which is something both Prashant and Balram have said, make sure every meeting gives someone a reason to come back. Because believe me, and this is a mantra that we as a district leadership are also echoing, the habits that you build in July and August determine the story that you will be coming and telling us in the month of June. Back to you.
Lovely. Thank you so much, all three of you. Back to you, Sudhindra.
Thank you, Arjun, for that wonderful question and challenging our trio here. Okay, so in the interest of time, we'll take last two questions, one from the chat and one from someone who has raised their hand. Let me see. I saw Pallavi raising her hand. Pallavi, do you want to go ask your question?
Hi all. Hi Trayos and all the members, Toastmasters in this group. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
All right. So I have one specific question, right? I have seen this as a challenge when I was part of the club as well. Finding a educational speaker. So do we have any repository where we can find a list of speakers and know their expertise and schedule so that we can reach out to them to understand if they'll be available for delivering an educational session? So do we have something like that? We know, okay, this is my place. I can go look for an educational speaker. That is missing because every time we have to go through the contacts or the specific people circle, we will know, and they will be suggesting some speakers as such, right? So do we have anything in plan, or do we already have it, right? So who will be the point of contact for such details? That's pretty much I really want to know.
Yeah,
Balram.
I'll take that, Pallavi. Yeah. So I think we already planned for it in the COTP. I think we'll be explaining how that will work. So as I said, if you remember, like every club can request for its own training because that's something they need. And obviously what you are asking is also pretty similar. Like how can we request for specific training? So every club now will have an opportunity to log into PQD portal and ask for what training they need for their members. While district will organize trainings which we feel is important for the clubs, even the clubs need sometimes could be different, which we all are aligned. And that is why you will be able to get all the list of trainers who have registered in District 227 with their expertise, what they will be able to take it up. That will be visible to you. You will be able to request session for a particular trainer. We will try our best to have probably that trainer if the schedule and time works, or else we'll provide you a similar experienced trainers for the club who will be taking that session. So what we really want, whatever the club requests, districts provides them those training, right? And that is our main goal. And we are having it already live. And in COTP, we will be showing more details about that. Pallavi.
Thank you, Balram. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pallavi. I'll take one question from the chat that I see. Toastmaster Geeta Shrikant asks, beyond setting goals, what initiatives will District 227 introduce this year to equip and train club leaders with skills, mentoring, and resources needed to achieve their goals while ensuring sustainable club growth and quality and achieve some awards in the process? Nitasha, you are on
Yes,
mute.
you are on mute.
Sorry. Hi, Geeta. This question has already been answered by our PQD in the beginning of the session. In case you missed it, there are skill development programs which are being initiated throughout the year in the form of something called a TLI. More information of that will be provided at the club officer training programs, the said schedules for which are available on the district social media pages and with your area directors.
So there are more questions on. Thank you, DTM Nitasha, for that. There are more questions on the chat. Probably we can answer that on the chat, the trio, if possible, or we can reach out to the members later and answer their questions. Before we close, I would like to ask one sentence answers from all three of you, the trio members. If there is one thing that the clubs should start doing today after the town hall meeting, what should it be?
We did answer that differently. Go ahead,
There
Balram.
is one thing, just one thing, and do not take too much of time. Yeah, let's keep it short.
I would say know your people. If we would start with asking the club leaders, know your people. It is extremely important to understand. We've heard from our PQD and CGD, we've been talking about growth, we've talking about retention, but I think the more that you get to know the why behind a member joining your club, the better you will be able to I won't say service, but the better you will be able to acknowledge their presence and to retain them in their club. Plus, that will be a great tool for building the quality of your club. So if there is one thing that if you want to take back from this town hall is go back and sit down and see how you can get to know your club, your people better, because that will become the foundation of what initiatives you bring, what educational programs, what milestones you want to achieve, what awards you want to aspire for, because after all, the club is because of the members, the district is because of the clubs, and that would be the starting point which I would leave you with today. Over to you, Balram.
Yeah, I think it just goes in sequence. Once you know your members, you'll be able to know what they want to achieve in this year. So that comes like whether there is a need of training, is there some quality that needs to improve in the club? And in that way, as I'm saying, the district will be able to help you in meeting that goal. And that is where I'm thinking that awards and whatever we talked about, DCP goals, 100% retention, bringing that member, a satisfied member can only get you another member. All this, as I'm saying, it will just follow by. So if we can get a member, you know it better. Now I will say help that member to grow. right? Let the member grow in terms of their own journey and also taking up in leadership journey, both. How can we make that happen? That's where we come into picture to help you and guide you so that that member experience in the club can be elevated. Whatever we have performed, it has to just go the next level. Over to you,
Thank you,
Prashant.
Balram.
Absolutely. Thanks, Balram. Yeah, I think I'll go back to my statement, which I made some time ago. What's important is we as fraternity of Toastmasters should be looking at every opportunity for the growth, correct? Member addition is important, club addition is important. So I think the one interesting challenge would be in every interaction you have with your friends, family, colleagues, apartment co-owners, whoever it is, keep your opportunity exploration that can this be a conversion opportunity for a member addition or a club lead, correct? You never know where the least of the opportunities in an airport, in a coffee shop, in a movie theater, you might bump into someone. Don't let that opportunity go, right? Keep those antennas open to explore, and exploration will give us the growth which we want and move forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the trio members. I know that there are multiple questions. There are more questions that are there. Our administration manager was kind enough to post the contact of all our trio members in the chat. Please do write an email to them or drop a text message to them. Get in touch with them with whatever questions you have, and they will be happy to help. We will conclude this meeting officially, but then later on, if you want to hang on and discuss something or network over here, that you are welcome to do so. Thank you so much, first of all, for joining in and asking your questions. Without you being there, this town hall wouldn't have been possible. The members that I'm talking about, and thank you to the trio members who patiently took all the questions and answered all the questions that are there. Remember that the district is built by leaders, but we, the members, are definitely needed to make the district thrive further, right? Thank you so much for joining Samvaad 1.0. We will again have Samvaad 2.0 in the next quarters, and we will get in touch once again. Thank you so much. I'll open the floor to
can you take
network
photo
or
before?
discuss.
Sudhindra, can we take photo, please?
Group photo.
People are...
Sure, absolutely. Thank you for reminding that. I request everyone to come on camera. If you're still there, can you please come on camera so that we can take a group picture?
We have a new member addition already by Priya. So let's
everybody's...
welcome the youngest Toastmaster, I should say.
On this note, I like to acknowledge the presence of our past district directors, of course, distinguished Toastmaster Arjun Sundaraj and distinguished Toastmaster Madhusudan. Thank you for always being around here to support us and encourage us in our initiatives. Thank you very much for being here today. Now, who's taking the picture?
Yeah, I'm taking, but I want to, still I can see for only 40%, only camera is open. I need for quorum.
Friends, if you are
okay, we
available,
can
could you
go
please
again.
come on camera? Yeah.
Yes, we need to see your beautiful faces in our first. Okay, yeah, can start, but keep on your smiling because today. So please keep on smiling. We can start now. Just a moment. Yes. One more page. Keep smiling, please. Okay, team, thank you. Please go I will off the record.